What's up, buddies, and welcome to another episode of Elk Don't Exist, the podcast. With me, your host, Dillon. I'm so glad that you're here. We've got a great episode for you. But firstly, this podcast is brought to you by the one and only onX Maps. onX goes so much further than just telling you private land ownership, state land. It goes so much further than just telling you where you can hunt. It also tells you how you can hunt, from satellite, hybrid mode, topography, and my new favorite feature, LiDAR, which just gives you an insanely detailed look at the topography of a place. Get started today. You can sign up for a free account, and even the free tools are awesome. Thank you, onX, for sponsoring this podcast. Guys, let's get the show started, and let's do it right now. What is up, buddies? Hello and welcome to another great episode of Elk Don't Exist, the podcast, with me, your host, Dillon, and I'm here with the one, the only, the creator, the CEO, the grand poobah of Invader Concepts, Tim Anderson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Welcome to the abode.
It's a pleasure. Thanks. I know you guys are expanding like crazy. You just moved into this building, which is an awesome place, and you're already building out a bigger new space.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to stop.
So. Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
I would like to. Yeah, I think so.
That's
I've
awesome.
been on the other end of that for a long time.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So maybe you can give me some tips on that. It's funny, dude. I actually just read about you.
Good.
I think it was good. I forget the publication. It was Hitler's Dream Journal.
That's funny because
I saw him, the archetype. Yeah, I don't know if you're a guest on my podcast or if you're here to rape and pillage my podcast. I've never seen a more Viking-looking human being. I told my beard who was going to be on the podcast today, and it tried to kill itself. Reached for the manscape. It was a fight. So I swear to God, I almost shaved my beard before coming here.
Great. That's good. Yeah. You said you had some zingers. You caught me totally off guard. I didn't think you would come straight into them.
I figured you'd be hearing that one like your whole life. Do you think right before Hitler shot himself, he wished he pulled the pistol out of a Invader Concepts holster?
Probably.
Yep.
I put the fifth on that one.
So all I have is Hitler jokes for the next hour. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. Man, I found out about you guys years ago. A buddy of mine bought one of your holsters, the Recon, the chest one. And I had been trying to find some kind of holster situation, and the Recon didn't work with me because I have a messed up sternum. Of course I do. So anything I put here, like, it bruises. And then you came out with that guide holster, and I like holsters that hang under my bino harness, but the one that I was using, it was just molly-webbed under the bino harness, so it swung this way. And I don't know if this happens to you, but and I know I have listeners that relate, but when I'm like really hiking, like my penis goes inside of my body, and it's just like the little acorn hanging out, just perched on top. And I'd be like hiking up a hill, and that holster would swing and just hit me right in the dick. And I could never find a holster that worked well. And then you just came out with a guide, and it changed my whole life.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
No more pogo stick.
No more pogo sticking. It stays right here. The retention's great. Man, it's awesome. So if you guys haven't heard of Invader Concepts holsters, you have to check them out. I'm sure you've seen their marketing, which that's the biggest thing I wanted to commend you on, is your marketing is terrific. It's very tongue-in-cheek, very funny often. You guys are just killing it.
We're really putting in some serious effort.
Yeah.
We got a fan-fucking-tastic team.
Yeah.
That's on board with the vision and my aggressive behaviors of kill and destroy. Rape and pillage. don't actually rape or pillage anybody, just to be clear.
Yeah, it's conceptually.
Yeah. So having a team that's on board with that is exceptionally important. And right now, I believe we have that. And have had that for a short period of time, or for the last year or so. Yeah, we've been kicking ass.
Yeah, man.
And we're not letting off the throttle. People have, they've kind of slept on Invader Concepts competitor-wise. We don't really have competitors because nobody does what we do. But if you could call them competitors, like they've been kind of sleeping on us, and like, and what they don't realize, don't understand is I'm not just somebody who's just kind of trying to coast along and like just trying to do an okay job.
Sure.
I'm going to destroy you. And I'm going to win, and I will do what's necessary work ethic wise to make that happen. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. And they're starting to realize that now, because now I'm taking over their market space. I'm taking over their shares, and everybody knows Invader Concepts now. Where a couple years ago, they were like, oh, who's that?
So how did you get from that point of, you've been in like the local sporting goods store.
Right.
How did you go from that to like now your marketing is everywhere? Was that just a strategy shift?
You want the short version or long version?
We have as much time as you can allow.
How we got there is it's just a matter of trial and error and consistency and persistence over time, basically. You evolve strategies as you go, but the reality is I just sat through a shit ton of lessons over an extended period of time.
Gotcha.
So I just kept falling on my face over and over and over, quite literally. Like that's just how it basically went for me to get here. Just stacking failures into successes. I've been through many marketing agencies. I've been through, so much financial struggle and strain over the last few years to get there. Like, I mean, the first year we're like the first year we made like no money.
Yeah.
And then like,
when was the first year?
2016.
Okay.
2016. It was under a different name at that time. And Northwest Retention Systems. It was a mouthful.
That's what it was.
That's when I didn't know jack shit about business. I was like, oh, well, I want to be different. I don't want to put the word holsters in there because that's what everybody
I almost fell asleep listening to that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. And I've got so many that's good. So we changed the name, or I changed the name as soon as I moved to Montana. So the breaking point for us is like when I moved to Montana / when I got divorced.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Huh?
Sorry to hear that, or congratulations.
No, congratulations. I'm not sorry at all.
Okay. And what was her name? Let's just get that so everyone knows who it is. I'm joking.
I was not going to say that, but she's watching. I'll see you in a little bit. I know you're watching. Brought to you by Sesh.
Sesh sent me some stuff. I like them.
They're clean. At least they seem clean. I like them better than Zen's.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to make the switch.
If they'll send me some more, because I hate
they sent me a bunch.
Ordering like this type of stuff off, like energy drinks or like pouches. Like for whatever reason, I don't want to order them off the internet.
Correct.
It's a psychological thing.
I think that's what
I don't
it is.
want to order them off the internet.
However, the Apple Mint Zins from Europe. It's as close to heaven as you'll get here on Earth. I'm convinced. Those are worth ordering off the internet. Kids, if you're listening.
Don't do drugs.
No, but I like the Sesh stuff. They were really cool. They just, hey, no pressure to talk about us. We just want to send you some. And now, like, if I run out of Zins, I go to those to tide me over. Anyways.
Probably should quit, but
why?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
quit.
Reverse peer pressure. Get healthier. Why? Life is short.
Live longer.
The IRS wants all of my money.
Yeah.
Life is hard. At least with nicotine, I can have a coherent, flow of thought.
It's fair.
Sure, if I don't have one for 30 minutes, I get
That's the problem.
demonstrably angry.
Reliant.
So they're extremely addictive, whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, so the business.
This is 2016, started, moved here in Montana. Like I said, I was correlating it with divorce, and the move from Washington State to Montana is when the kind of turning point for us happens, when we renamed from Northwest Retention Systems to Invader Concepts.
How did you come up with the new name? And did someone, like a trusted person in your life, be like, hey, Tim, the name sucks? Or did you know it was not
I knew
great?
it sucked.
Okay.
Because like every time I introduced myself, and like, you know, like, what do you do? Like, well, I have a company called, I was almost embarrassed to say it.
Wow.
Let me take that back. I largely was embarrassed to say it. Because like,
I'm Tim from Northwest Retention Systems.
What
was that?
It's hard too, because like nobody knew who I was yet either.
Yeah.
So I'm saying an awkward, weird name, and nobody knows who I am yet, and I think it was just all accumulation of all those.
Let's do a little like an improv thing. I will be. We're meeting for the first time, and you're telling me what you're doing. Hey, I'm Dillon from Elk Don't Exist.
Dillon, nice to meet you. Tim Anderson.
And what company are you with?
I actually own a company called Northwest Retention Systems.
Tim, how long have you been gay? And seen. Very good.
And seen. Very good.
Okay, so you knew you had to change the name. How'd you come up with the Invader Concepts? Because you hear that, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
so like
cool.
I am of Nordic descent.
You don't say. Look at him.
So
He's everything I want to be. Successful, handsome, good beard, blonde. I lost my blonde hair at like 12, and it's been downhill ever since. Continue.
so I have a. Thanks for the compliment. I don't take compliments well, so now I don't know what to say. Anyways, where was I?
You
The
just
name
say,
change.
you
Where it came
say thank you, I know.
It's a good point.
I'm aware.
It's a lack of confidence not taking the compliment. Like, yeah, I fucking know.
Yeah, there you go. A little too much.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I drew inspiration from a couple companies in the marketplace that had half of the name. So I had concepts in there. I'm like, okay, something concepts, because I didn't want to be held to, which is why I said Northwest Retention Systems to begin with.
So you're not pigeonholed into holsters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be pigeonholed. I had a bigger vision from the very get-go. I didn't want to be pigeonholed, is a great way to put it. So I needed something that still embodied that, but was shorter, had a better ring to it, and struck fear into everyone when you said it. So concepts was on the tail end of it. I needed one word to go in front of it. And I was in my original shop that I was in here in Montana when I moved here. Knew I was rebranding when I was getting here. I didn't know what it was called yet. I can't remember what I had before. Oh no, it was the reverse. I had the Invader to start. Invader was the beginning, and I was trying to figure out the name of it. I was like Invader Gear Co., Invader something, Invader Holster Co. I was trying to figure out something, and then all of a sudden, I was sitting there. I think I got an email from a certain company that had concepts at the end of their name. And I'm like, that's it, Invader Concepts.
Sweet.
So it embodied everything that we wanted to do, kill and destroy, and not pigeonholed.
I love that, man. So that was 2017-ish when you moved here?
No, 2022.
2022, okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like...
2023.
Yeah, because it's been like the last year or two where you guys have been everywhere. Like... Whoever's doing your ads, coming up with those, they're just so snappy and quick. And yeah, it's hard not to, I feel like if anyone Googles like the new handgun they want to buy, they're going to get an Instagram ad for Invader Concepts.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that you pretty much make everything custom for the particular firearm that people have. I think that's awesome. I would love to see like a color or design, like upload your own image and you guys can just print that like a custom shop type thing.
We're halfway there for a custom shop. I mean,
there's probably a massive.
It's actually more difficult than you would think. And it's just a kind of a customer service
Gotcha.
nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so we're like halfway there because we've already had the idea. We've already talked about it. We got the infrastructure within reason to do it, the stuff like to make all that happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when somebody uploads an image, we can't control how they're going to upload it, what kind of file they're going to upload.
Yeah.
And then
you'd have to make it like
do it to begin with because we don't know what's going to get uploaded.
yeah. I mean, you're going to have to screen some stuff up here in Montana. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to control, it has to be, this many pixels by this many pixels, this DPI, this file format.
And
it would be a nightmare.
And not to mention, it's like, you can't control, like, what people don't understand, like, is, and it's not their fault, they don't understand, they don't need to understand, it's not their job to understand, that's what I'm about to say, but like, you can't just put any print on a holster.
Right.
I mean, you can, but do you want to be able to see it? Do you want to be able to like have it do what you intended it to do? Like, we used to have prints and I had to like strategically like figure out which ones work, which ones don't, and like have options for this style of holster and not options for this one, because like people get like a something with like a star or like don't tread on me right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And they option it for an inside the waistband. Well, you're drilling out half of it and the clips for the holster go right over the top.
True.
So it's like, and I didn't want the customer spending the extra money to do that.
Yeah.
So we were always calling me like, hey, before we fixed it, we're like, hey, I think you should switch. I don't think you're going to enjoy having this. I understand what you're trying to do. Here's your second option that would get what you're looking for, just slightly different. But yeah, we're definitely working on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. And even like the options that you do have, it'll appease the vast majority.
Right, and that's the idea.
Of people.
You know? So once we get resettled in a new shop, new facility, in, middle of this year, maybe a little bit later.
Awesome.
Should be able to do.
I see you out there on the tractor, like digging lines and all kinds of stuff. Is there anything you don't do?
Not really. No, no. I know. I kind of forget how many, and it sounds like a boast. I kind of forget how many skills I actually have. Like I grew up as a endearingly, I say this, Dad, as like a slave child.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, it was really good for me because like
that's your future calling, and they're here to tell you it's bright.
It's real bright. Where's the glasses? No, I mean, I used to run all kinds of pieces of equipment, thousands of hours. Like I used to be a lineman, general contractor, construction worker.
All for free as a child.
I got paid eventually after I turned 18, but I built fences and I raised cows and this. I mean, you freaking name it. It seems like I've done it. Built houses and like framing, concrete work. Like I can grade and shoot grade and pour a pad, and I can I mean, some of those skills are a little rough. I need to kind of revisit them, and but like a lot of it comes back to me.
Dude, that's awesome, because I'm kind of the same way, where I have just a ton of skills. Unfortunately, they're all artistic, creative.
You said autistic?
ADHD, all stuff that's really hard to get paid for. So at least you have skills where, God forbid this all falls apart, you can make money still.
Yeah.
That's where I
that's
struggle.
beneficial. I can definitely.
I'm good with people. I'm very creative. And in the hunting world, for some reason, it's almost impossible to get paid for those skills.
Yeah, well.
So I need you to teach me how to ride a tractor, I guess.
They're actually pretty easy.
Okay.
But.
I worked at a maggot farm.
A maggot farm?
Yeah. I talked about this on my last solo podcast. Literally the coolest job I've ever had. You're raising maggots, selling them to Monsanto to pollinate their crops. And then the other like 15% of the business. I swear to God, this is true. Yeah.
Look this up.
The other Forked Tree Ranch. It's still operating in North Idaho. Of course, it's in North Idaho. It was on an episode of Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe. This was before I worked there. I would have loved to meet Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe, if you ever listen to this, I'd love to have you on the podcast. But he taught me how to drive like skid steers. Yeah, see, Austin's in the back here.
Fact checking.
Pull that shit up, Austin.
Is it Jamie's?
Bonners Ferry, Idaho, baby. Yeah, Jamie.
Pull the shit up, Jamie.
Austin, pull up some help,
4.2 star review.
Yeah, man. It's killer business. All the overhead recycles itself every day. It's amazing. The smell still gives me nightmares. But I swear to, yeah, it's true. This happened. And by the end of my time there, I was running the whole farm. And Dennis, shout out to Dennis. God bless you, Dennis. He was the type of teacher, I couldn't drive a trailer. I had zero man skills, couldn't change my own oil. Sorry, Dad. And he would just be like, go hop on that skid steer. I'm like, this 22-year-old kid, like, I don't know how to do this. And he just said, well, figure it out. And that worked great, got really comfortable on it. And then he had me up in like the bigger size tractor and it had forks on it, like forklift forks. And I had to get these pallets and move them. And it was a really tight space. And he had just built this brand new, like $200,000 shop. And I turned and rammed the forks straight into the side of the shop. And I thought I was going to die. And I would have been buried out there. The maggots would have eaten me alive. No one would have ever found out. Thanks, Dennis, for not killing me. But that's the last time I've ever been on a tractor. I was mortified. But that being said, like, if you need help with the new shop, I heard it's like riding a bike. So
I could really help you out.
if you need some siding taken down, I'm your guy. So
okay, all right, noted and forgotten. Yeah, but
so as someone, like, I have my own business and I happened into this, in the content world. And I feel like, you alluded to it earlier, that like point where, I don't know if you've ever felt this, I feel like I'm allergic to getting paid. Mm-hmm. Where I just like, I'm trying everything. The proof of concept is working. The channel's growing. A brand approaches you. You talk about, well, this is what I need. Here's what you're getting for it. And it's like, oh, we don't pay. Or I think that's just very common in the hunting space. But did you ever feel like that, where it's like, I feel like I'm doing all the right things. Why is, I feel like I have some friends, they go outside and sneeze and $100,000 falls into their lap, So did you ever feel that way of like, man, how can I make this work? And maybe that's just what it is. It's just that desire to not give up and keep going, try new things, fail and succeed.
Yeah,
but
all of those like Instagram reels and shit you see of like Andy Frisella or whatever, where they're just like, you got to grind.
Yeah.
And you got to grind for a long period of time. And you got to lose it all. And you got to go through all these hardships. It's a real fucking thing. Mm-hmm. I am a huge believer in energy, and like what you put out there is what you receive. Mm. And it's not always an instant thing.
Right.
So I went through, we're going on our 10th year. I've gone through 8 years of deficit. How the fuck am I going to make this work? Mm. I'm not getting paid. I'm putting in all this work, 80, 90, 100-hour weeks. And it's like, it all disappears. So I work so hard to get something in, and then it all disappears. It's just a rinse, lather, repeat of it all just keeps disappearing. And it's just a time perseverance game. You have to be stubborn as hell.
Yep.
And along the way, you got to learn to say no. You got to really stay focused on what's important to you,
right,
and what you want your channel and your angles to be as far as what your business is and what you want to accomplish with it. You got to stay focused on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big problem a lot of people have, and I had it, still have it. I've learned to control it. Is that shiny object syndrome that every entrepreneur seems to have? Like, oh, we can go over here and do this. We can go over here and do this. Oh, we can go over here and do that.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't even made what you have right now successful yet. So sit the fuck down, chill out, and stay focused on what you have. Because it's not, at first you're excited. You're really excited, like, oh, this is going to fucking work. We're going to make it. Yeah. That excitement disappears really quick.
Yeah.
So you got to stay in the grind. You made the commitment, and so it's up to you to fulfill it. And it's going to take years.
Yeah.
That's just the fact of the matter. And once you get there eventually, you're going to wake up and be like, shit, we fucking got this far. I was dreaming of this exact scenario 5, 6, 8 years ago, and I'm here. And you got to remember to stay full of gratitude along the way.
That's great.
Because like, you can, as an entrepreneur, me specifically, I could really get focused in on like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
And you forget to celebrate wins.
You just
forget to celebrate your people.
And like, celebrating wins for me is kind of depressing because it's like, okay, great. Next.
What's next? Yeah.
Next, which is probably frustrating for Austin and other people because it's like not to put words in his mouth, but like, I'm like, okay, cool. We totally fucking hit all of our goals, blew past them, fucking nailed it. Next.
Yeah. Every leader, every entrepreneur is like that for the most part. At least all the ones that I know. Like, so I'm glad you said that because I feel like some guys almost take pride in never being satisfied. And I feel like that's kind of a trap.
It is a trap. And like, I don't think it's not ever gonna go away. It's you have to wrap it, you have to parallel it with a conscious decision to have gratitude and to acknowledge like your process and your growth and where you are at.
Yeah.
And being thankful for where you are. Like the problems that I have currently, I've got a lot of negative problems, but I got a lot of really good problems.
Yeah.
And I didn't have those really good problems before.
Right.
And now I have them. So staying grateful to that process is, I think, what a lot of people lose.
Yeah.
And it's a personal thing. You don't have to like tell people about it. You don't have to be like, this and that. But like, make it a point to celebrate your team, take care of your team the best you can. I like to believe that I'm doing a good job of that, and I know I need to do better. Like as far as my team's concerned, because like they're how we got to the next level.
Right.
Like I did the legwork for the first 5 years. It was just me, right?
Yep.
And maybe a couple of people here and there that would help me as it went on. Like
sure,
paid for extra help. But like, like one of the biggest pride points I have is like I can do darn near anything in this company, minus like editing like the videos, like the stuff like marketing does, like as far as video stuff like that goes. They do everything that I used to do 10 times better than I did.
Great. Yeah.
But like down the shop specifically, like I built the original websites while working another job, and like on my downtime, I used to take my sewing machine to work, to the job I used to have. I used to take a mobile sewing machine, used to take and build holsters at night and finish the assembly process. I had like little fishing box tackle kits with all the screws and hardware, and I would finish and make them at work during my downtime. And like my point I'm making is every part of the process I know how to do.
Right.
And have done too, like including everything with tech and like all the logistical shit, like all the resourcing, ordering, inventory management. And none of that shit I knew how to do at all fucking period.
Yeah. Yeah. You just had
people
to
like say like, oh Tim, like you're really running a great business, man. You really got all these skills. It's like, and they sometimes they act like it's like kind of falling in my lap. It's like the fuck if it did.
Yeah.
I used to buck hay and dig holes, like I didn't know how to be a leader, didn't know how to be any of the things. I just knew how to like work and be stubborn. So like, so it's a big pride point for me knowing because I can walk out in the shop and I can relate to every little thing.
Yeah.
And like when I hire people, like I know I could portray what to expect from them because I know what I'm looking for and I know what is capable. And so it's easy for me to set thresholds and quotas and like expectations because I know what it takes. And I know, how efficient things can be, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's a huge leg up. I mean, like I said, I've just been buried, deep in the business in every aspect for the longest time. And now my position, which is a new position for the last year and a half, 2 years, is being the visionary, is being the driving force of scaling and growing, which is where all this growth you see. Like when I moved to Montana, we can finish up that point. When I moved to Montana and I changed the name and I started rebuilding the team, because I moved to Montana with zero. Nothing. Like it was a complete like rebuild deficit. Like I was.
Why'd you pick Montana?
My kids were here.
Oh, awesome. I mean, that's.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
that's
used to
great.
live in Washington. Kids got moved to Montana, so I packed up shop as quickly and as efficiently as I could, and banged over here. But like I said, I rebuilt the entire team. I had one guy come over, help me get kind of reestablished there for a couple months. And then like it was up to me to figure it all out again. Not that we were super successful before, but we were doing better than we ever had been before.
Yeah.
Still way into the negatives, but like moving to Montana, like I changed name, did all that stuff, and then like I was at the point where I was getting screwed over for the third time with a marketing agency, losing $60,000 and of money I did not have.
Yeah. Of course.
And I ended up calling a friend that of mine in business and be like, hey, dude, I think I have to file for bankruptcy. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I was like in an emotional state of us, like, I've been in that emotional state a million times. I'm just like, we're failing. How are we going to make this work? I mean, like, how am I going to get this done?
Can I make this work?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and when you went through, and because that was the big push. Like I was trying to get in marketing, I was trying to like advertise and so on and so forth. Because I used to do trade shows. Yep. And that worked-ish.
Depends on the show.
It depends on the show, and they're run very poorly, and they cost way too much.
Yeah.
And I kind of got tricked because like the first year of COVID, right before COVID, did like 2 shows. They did pretty good. I'm like, okay, cool. We made $6,000 in this show, and it cost.
Everyone had stimulus checks and nothing to do.
Yeah, so like the first year of COVID hit, a couple shows got shut down, but like, man, people are buying like crazy.
Yep.
And they tricked me.
It tricked a lot of companies, man.
Because I doubled down the next year.
Oh, this is going to be like this forever.
Doubled down.
So many companies
spanked. And then I doubled down again, blaming myself for the failures, which was mostly true.
Yeah.
And fixing what I saw as failures, doubled down again, and got spanked even harder.
Yeah.
And then I said, fuck this shit. And in the meantime, during all that, I'm trying to learn how to market and learn how to do ads, stuff like that. And I'm hiring agencies, and that's not working out. And so the third one not working out, when I moved to Montana, I was still on a contract with them for like a couple more months. When I made that call, I'm like, dude, I've got all this debt. I'm not making any money, and I don't know what to do. And he's like, well, I got this guy. So anyway, I call this guy, and he's Warren at RDC, and him and I hit it off great from the start. And he was just launching his marketing company, and so we kind of, armed it up and we figured it out together. And he put in the work, I put in the work, and we corresponded back and forth for well over a year plus, having hour-long conversations constantly, multiple times a week, just constantly in contact every single day, building success and constantly learning, hitting our face against the wall, and then adjusting. And so like I say, to wrap up the point of of marketing and how we got there is just coinciding with all the failures I was talking about. You just hit your face against the wall 100 times, you're dragging your dick through the mud, and then eventually you're able to kind of stand up and get a little bit of foothold.
Sorry to interrupt, but this podcast is brought to you by Tricer. Tricer makes lightweight glassing solutions from tripods to Arca plates, quick release adapters. It's like Legos for grown-ups. It is awesome. I've been using Tricer for the last couple years, and it has completely transformed how I hunt. Anytime you can get tools to make sitting behind the glass for hours and hours more enjoyable, you're going to find more game. You're going to kill more game. In my case, you're going to miss more game, but at least you saw something cool. You've seen it. You've heard about it. Tricer's new RP bipod, in my opinion, is the best hunting bipod ever made. It is 15 ounces with the long leg setup. You get a set of short legs as well, metal claw feet, rubber feet, and you can go in the widest width setting, even with the long legs, 8 inches prone, get the width setting in, extend the legs all the way out, and you're at 30 inches for sitting, kneeling. It's incredibly versatile, incredibly lightweight, and my favorite bipod that I've ever used. So check Tricer out at tricer.com and use code DillonSucks to save 10% off your entire order and support the channel in the process. This podcast is also brought to you by 2O Gear. 2O makes awesome Western layering clothing systems. I've been extremely impressed with them, from their rain gear to their insulation layers. Their merino, and I will die on this hill, is the most comfortable merino wool I've ever worn, and I've tried just about everything. And they all come in at a price point that's a little bit lower than some of the competition. If you are looking to supplement your current clothing system, or just want to upgrade from your Walmart stuff or whatever you have, please check 2O Gear out at 2ogear.com. Use code DillonSucks for 25% off everything on the store. My personal favorites, their merino and their molten heated vest. I never thought I would be using a heated vest in Western hunting, but how they pulled this vest off, it's become my favorite piece for late season hunting. Check it all out, 2ogear.com. Don't forget to use code DillonSucks.
And then you take on that oxen and that yoke and just start trudging. And
that's how it feels.
Yeah, you got a huge burden because you got to do all of it.
Yeah,
you got to do it all, and you got to do it all for free.
Yeah,
for an extended period of time, and not only for free, you got to pay other. You got to pay to play and then not get paid yourself. So I understand the pain.
Yep.
But to wrap it all up, it's the tenacity to keep going.
That's great.
It's being stubborn. I think I'm just too stubborn to quit. And I think I've said it 15 times now. But
it's such a good reminder, and I feel like even if you don't have a business, this works for parenting, this works for marriage, this works for whatever it is you do. Because I have the tendency to, I'm sure you're super hard on yourself too, or working through that. But my internal dialogue is horrific.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
Yeah,
and you got to be conscious of it.
Working on it. But for 30 plus years of building those neurological pathways of when I fail, oh, of course you did, you fucking idiot. And then having to rewire how you're prone to think has been probably the hardest part of all of it. But it's working.
That's a secondary part of my success so far is the acknowledgement is I have it turns out, unique ability to pull a 30,000 foot view on a situation, and in this context, myself.
Dive into that, explain that. How does that, what does that look like for you?
This is if there's anything to take away from this entire podcast, this would be it. If I have
Austin, lean in.
If I have one piece of advice for
put your phone away.
Being for any scenario, this is it. Taking and looking at yourself and dissecting yourself from a psychological, emotional, who you are, dissecting all these things. You even just take a whiteboard, start just writing this shit out, and pros, cons, weaknesses, strengths, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. And then dive into the things that trigger you, to the things that trigger your negative self-talk, and looking at your reactions to scenarios. So really diving into certain things. So it's one of my big things is
Hitler jokes.
is when I get from someone that's close to me, that I've been vulnerable with, that's close to me, when they offer a suggestion or they ask a question, I tend to take it as an attack. Because I've always been questioned. I've always been I've always been questioned. In my childhood, in my previous marriage, always been questioned in a negative connotation. I can't do it without that person's supervision.
Gotcha.
Okay, so when I get asked a question, right, this is me acknowledging that, okay, this is a trigger point for me, and it stems from when I get asked a question. So I'm mowing the lawn. I get a question on, are you going to gonna trim around the house with the
bitch? I'm working on it.
Yeah. So it's
yeah, it's whoa, okay.
Are you fucking serious? I fucking got this shit fucking covered. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I have your best interest in fucking mind, and I'm gonna fucking do the job right and get it done. I have a process to get there, and I take it as an attack, right? So right, a lot of dudes do that. So it's like, but
and it's an insecurity on our part.
Yeah,
it's me and my wife call it a hot nerve. Like something like that happens, and I snap, and she goes, "That I touched a hot nerve. What was that?" Oh, well, I started with my father, that's just as a relationship tip. That is such helpful language. So it's not like, the fuck are you snapping at me for? And then it's a fight. It's just like, ooh, I touched one of those hot nerves. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't mean an attack on you. What is this? And then it disarms things. It's very good to be aware of that. And a lot of dudes don't know why they respond how they respond sometimes.
I think most don't.
Yeah.
And like, that's where the point of like dissecting yourself, taking that 30,000 foot view and really dissecting like what, go through what triggers you and then try and figure out, where those came from.
Yeah.
Because they came from somewhere. You were programmed in some certain way, either intentionally or unintentionally. Mm-hmm. You were programmed a certain way. We all have different childhoods. We all have different things that we dealt with as kids, right? And so like figuring out what those triggers are and where they stem from, and like how those things trigger you, and then communicating that with your partner, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking on a partner level, like, I'm very blessed to have a fantastic fucking partner. We both have so much grace with each other.
That's huge.
Because we both have had these really long and hard, tough, uncomfortable conversations.
You have to. I like to say, marriage is not hard. Life is really fucking hard. And if you both can acknowledge that, hey, we're not enemies. We're on the same team. Life is hard. Let's attack this together instead of feeling isolated and like we're each other's enemy. Like, that's such a nightmare.
I mean, nothing's worse than like trying to go through life and then being worked against by your partner.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing fucking worse than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyways, like, point being, like, it's very important to acknowledge your fault, acknowledge what you got going on in your life, because we're all fucking human, and learn how to cope, learn how to, how do I say, like, it's just acknowledging your triggers and like those things.
Yeah.
So that every time you do it, say it out loud. Like, when you do something, like, even if it's just to yourself, it's like, okay, like, that frustrated me. I understand that frustrated me. I understand why. Like, even if you just say it, what you're doing is like the pathway. You're programming yourself to, in the future, check yourself. Because now I check myself a shit ton.
Yeah.
And, I don't have outbursts. I'm extremely patient, at least in comparison.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that perfect.
Austin's over here like, no.
No, fucking no.
I would love to be on the receiving end of some of this patience.
So,
just for one day.
One day. You can chill the fuck out, Dim. Man, oh man.
I feel like Austin is like the sweetest, most patient. That's how you come across to me anyway. Just a sweetie,
It's just
yeah. He just gave me a thumbs up. That was very funny.
That was a fuck you. That was a fuck you. Very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
That's my weakness, passive aggressiveness.
Passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, that's a big one. I really learned to just tell people to fuck off.
Yeah. I prefer passive aggressiveness. If someone's too aggressive, I'll get a boner, Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that. It all started with my father.
Excuse.
Oh, dude, I came up with some T-shirt ideas for you. I'm just going to read them here. It's all Nazi stuff. No, okay. It's easy. It's just simple text on a black T-shirt. And the first idea I had was, Invader, I hardly know her. So that's an idea. And then the second one is, I invaded your mom's concepts.
Oh my God.
And then the last one, it's just kind of a play off that. It says, I invaded your dad's concepts. And then the last one is, I invaded your mom's concepts, but it's a blue t-shirt. I feel like those would work, and I could get a commission. So we can work out the paperwork on that later, but I was thinking, 70%. So just some ideas. Austin, pull your phone back out.
Oh, yeah.
Write those down.
Jot that down. First of all, through God, all things are possible. So jot that down.
Exactly.
You can see I'm writing, I'm typing brain. Yeah, got it.
So yeah, just a business idea there for you.
Noted.
Yeah, brother. No, this is really good, by the way. Bulkhead. Who made this again?
Well, I don't know.
Like, don't you know the guy or something?
Not personally, no.
Oh, not personally. The Bulkhead energy drink is pretty good. This is a fruit punch kind of flavor, and I hate fruit punch. And I thought you guys knew that, so a little disappointed there. But for fruit punch, it's pretty good. So Tim, do you have a hard time turning this off when you go home?
Absolutely.
Has that been something you're trying to work on? I mean, some of that's a good thing, I think. But even I lucked into entrepreneurship. I never thought I would have my own business in anything. And it just got to the point where it's like, oh, I could take this full time and not have to ask another grown man if it's okay to go hunting. And I'll be poor forever for that trade-off. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Let my wife can be the breadwinner, and I'll make this work somehow. Totally good with that. But for the first time in my life, the other day, we're out with I have 2 boys, and they're just all about dad right now. And for the first time ever, my wife, Caitlin, she said, hey, she touched my hand because I was holding my phone and doing some business stuff. And she's like, hey, could you just turn off the business for a second? And I got this huge swell of pride because I've always been able to it's 5 o'clock off. Don't have to think about it. I almost got a sense of pride going, oh, wow, I'm not lazy, Mm-hmm. But now it's, for the first time in my life, I'm having that struggle of turning it off and being present. Do you have some tips and tricks to get through that? Is it possible completely to turn it off?
I don't think it's possible. It's not possible for me. I got 5 kids, and
Damn.
It's very important to me to spend time with them.
Yeah.
However, it's a catch-22 for me personally because it's impossible for me to shut it off, and for me to be enveloped in the moment, unless that moment is really secluded, like snowboarding or
Gotcha.
We're up and then there's no access to the business period.
Right.
So if access is not even possible, it's so much easier. But it's still in the head. So it's a forced thing for me.
Gotcha.
It's forced and it's not always comfortable. So I kind of, in a way, got to put on face.
Gotcha.
But it's, regardless of how I feel, I force myself to do it anyways.
That's really good.
So, because I said, it's exceptionally important to me. I have 50%, custody of my kiddos, and I won't give a second more. And it's just a forced thing for me. I don't think there's any shutting off. I think it's just the curse. It's just part of the process. It's just part of what it is and how it is. And I struggle with it very much so. I'll almost avoid home at a certain point in time just because I want to finish up here. So when I go there, I'm not thinking about that certain things I'm still gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't turn it off. I think you're stuck with it. It's just the conscious decision of I'm forcing myself to spend this time.
To turn this down.
Yeah.
Turn this up. When I get home, I sit in the truck and I used to say, be a good dad, be a good dad, be a good dad. And my therapist switched that, and she said, I want you to start saying, I am a good dad. I am a good dad. And that helps so much. It fades everything else, turns everything else down, and then I can go in and, because your kids aren't going to, they're 9 and 5. There's no breaks. They're sprinting or they're sleeping. There's no in between. Like, there's no letting dad, hey, my brain is fried. No, I need to go in, be ready to play catch, be ready to fight and throw them across the room and, do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And that little mantra, I am a good dad, I am a good dad, I am a good dad, really helps.
I am is exceptional.
Sure.
That energy thing I was alluding to earlier, like when you positively say things over yourself, as corny as it sounds, it's exceptionally important.
Yeah.
Because I think, it's all, everything's like energy, right? Like, I know it sounds corny, but it feels weird for me to say because I was
everything is Valhalla.
Yeah.
And
the Vikings back in the day used to have this, chants and stuff that they would.
Let's hear one of them right now.
I don't have one.
Okay. I need you to work on that for next time.
I'll work on it. I'll do better. But anyway, I agree. The power of I am is exceptionally important. I'm at the point where I can't even stand to be in the room with someone who complains or whines, or which is basically everybody. Was not looking at you as if you were that person.
He looked right into Austin's soul.
But
get your shit together, Austin.
I can't.
Damn.
I want to get physical. It makes me so fucking mad. Because you are in control of your own fucking life. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your reactions. You're in control of your relationships. You're in control of.
It's like the only thing you can control.
Yeah, is yourself. So it's fucking fix yourself. Talk good on yourself to be better for yourself and for those around you. But the caveat to that is when you get past some certain thresholds, everybody else is fucking annoying. I can't stand humans. I freaking loathe them. Lovingly, of course, I think. But people whine, it drives me nuts. I just can't do it. When you sit there and go, well, I can't succeed because it's so-and-so's fault. I can't, you see it every day. This is, I can't get to work because the fucking battery's fucking dead. Well, I can't afford a fucking battery. Well, go fucking afford a fucking battery.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it the fuck out.
You figured out how to buy that $3,000 service animal.
Yeah. You figured out how to fucking
and we all thought
for 3 hours at night.
We all thought of a person when I said the thing about the service animal.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't do it.
That's fair.
Which lead me to a very more, I shouldn't say aggressive demeanor, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty scared right now. This dude's 6'7". It's and chiseled by the gods with a good beard. I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed.
That's so much
My beard is suicidal. I did feel good. I was coming out of the woods yesterday, stroking the pubes on my face. And I was like, I'm just going to shave this, man. What am I doing? Who am I trying to fool? You can't beat genetics. And I get home, my 5-year-old, I'm helping him brush his teeth. I was like, should I shave my beard? He's like, no, Dad, I love it. So it's here to stay. As gross and weird as it is.
The child has spoken.
Dude, I've been derma rolling grapeseed oil. And you can see this line is actually starting to come in. Please just
there. Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you, Tim.
Yeah.
Damn, Tim, it took you too long.
I stalled.
Damn it.
There was an answer and you're not answer.
But I'm not going to whine about it because I am in control of my emotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's next for Tim Anderson for Invader Concepts? Obviously, the new building, ramping up production.
The next step is the moon, is solidifying our stance in the market and solidifying our dominance. We've come to dominance this last year in the marketplace, and it's not good enough. So we got the new building, we've got the new property, we've got lots of assets on the property, lots of room for significant growth, and I control it. and which is significant because like we've been leasing.
Right.
And like as many things, especially if like a business or a personal aspect, you know, it sounds controlling, but I mean, it is. I don't want to get the wrong notion I'm overly controlling human being. Maybe I am. I don't know.
You have the asset now.
Yeah, I have the control. So it's like, this is really important for like business or even your personal life. As many things as you can control, right? So meaning you have the ability to fuck it up or make it successful, right? So I have a tendency to bite off more than I can chew.
Sure.
Figure out how to fucking chew it.
Yeah. Create the problem, figure it out. That's been my hunting motto my entire life.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's like...
Growing up, it was always like, I don't care if you see the biggest buck of your life down there, you're not shooting it. I'm like, okay. And now it's like, no, we're shooting it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to get it out of there.
Yeah.
And listen, I've lost a lot of good friends to death down in there. But we've always gotten the animal out, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So like you always, it's so funny how often you always figure it out. And I've created a mantra of just like figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like my team, I believe that they're able to, like, I can project the vision, tell what we want and how I think we should get there. And like, they can come to me, at least I believe so, and like needing assets or needing new things. And they could be like, I need this new camera. I need this, in order to fulfill this goal. And it's easy for me to say, yes. Or like
That's great.
Like a new machine, and new tools, and new this. It's like, it's so easy. But I think, based off my experience when I used to be in the workplace, like that's pretty rare. I'm pretty sure.
A lot of closed door policies.
Yeah, like...
don't talk to me, talk to my person.
Yeah, and like...
Talk to Austin.
We don't...
liaison.
Yeah. Well, you got to talk to Austin if you want it to fucking happen for stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'll let it fall through the cracks and fuck it up. So, but like, taking the risk is the point. Like, to move to the next year, we have to continually take risks. And that's the goal, is take even bigger risks. We bid off this property. We're moving into it. There's a lot of caveats to it. A lot of money spent to get it up and running. Bought new machines and stuff for the property, and got these big goals and aspirations for this next year. We can't hit those things unless we take significant risks. So this year is solidifying and staying on the throne of dominance in the industry, and doubling or tripling down on that. And building the atmosphere around, like, the property is really important. It's like I said, I have control over it.
Right.
And I have assets on the property we can grow into. So we have all the room we could ever want. It requires work and money to create more facility there.
Dude, you could build a shooting range out there. People can come out and try their holsters. Like, the sky's the limit.
Pretty much is.
Yeah, that's cool. You could get one of those cool, like Joe Rogan has, that 3D archery game. And then you could like invite me over to play with it. It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write
that down, Austin.
That's another thing like that drives me nuts is people like you that come in and like, hey, you know what you should do?
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, have you ever considered
it's like
my t-shirt ideas? You really should. Yeah.
Most people don't understand. You know, what,
it's like relatives are like, oh, you're in the hunting. You should call Cameron Haynes. Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, because it's that fucking easy.
Oh yeah, I'll just give him a call right now.
Got him on speed.
Yeah. Are you using the non-flavored?
It's all that's
nicotine pouch.
It's all that's left.
Are you a sociopath? Flavorless?
If I was, I wouldn't admit it.
Damn, dude, that's the equivalent of just shooting nicotine into your vein. Like, there's no joy. There's no fruity flavors. You're just raw dogging nicotine. That's crazy. Is that what I need to be successful? I got to go with
you got to live through the pain, baby.
The joyless nicotine pouch. That's buck wild, man. Wow, I didn't know you were so hardcore like that. That's insane. Wow. I want you to put that. Is that your cowboy hat?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you to put it on, but I'm afraid of what it would unlock in me to see you in that hat.
Sexual tendencies.
Not taking that off the table, but not saying it's not half on the table. You know what I mean? So product-wise, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Dad was right the whole time. I'm gay. Okay. My dad doesn't listen to this. He's ashamed of me. That's not true. We're diving into some stuff here. And what I wanted to say is that, and this all kind of started with my father. Favorite running joke of all time. Product-wise, you're known for the holsters. And my favorite thing ever, the Zinner, which holds a nicotine tin perfectly. Just sometimes in my truck, I keep it attached to the visor, and I just take it in and out like a fidget toy.
Why am I not doing that?
You're welcome. That's an idea, and I'll do 50% commission on that one. Yeah, write that down.
I'm just gonna write something down now.
The Zinner. Do you have any other product ideas, and you don't have to talk about this here. Do you want to get, what other product, do you have ideas for other products that aren't retention systems?
Absolutely.
Firearm components, angled foregrips,
We have all kinds of stuff in the hopper.
That's cool. That's very exciting.
Yeah, not gonna speak on any of them, but
yeah,
we
of course.
have quite a bit in the hopper. We're trying to stay dialed and have our efficiency so dialed in for what we do currently.
Right.
Before we really launch, because that's the thing, shiny object syndrome, we can get really distracted. So staying dialed in, laser focused on your handful of options or things that you're working on. Get those things to perfection and a good foundation.
Love that.
Then build the next pillar.
As I heard, a buddy of mine is sponsored by Vortex, and he was talking to them and about new product ideas and all this stuff, and they were talking about like their super high tier products, their Razor line or whatever, and they're like, look, man, and he was touring their giant facility. He's like, this facility was built off the Diamondback, our middle of the road, affordable, our bread and butter product, made all this and made it so that we can research and develop new projects. But we don't forget that we're built off the Diamondback series.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of companies forget that. They go, oh, we're crushing this, so let's go over here. And they put money, sometimes maybe too much money, into all this. I think clothing companies in the hunting space, you're not going to reinvent the wheel with clothing. Everyone's borrowing the same materials, oh, this one has a face mask, cool. Don't forget what got you here in the first place, and leave that to come up with some. I mean, how many clothing companies are on the verge of bankruptcy right now? Because every year so much money goes into research development, trying to find the next new product, and then they forget their staples.
Yeah, don't forget where you came from. Don't ignore your roots. I mean, cut off the bad ones, of course.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's a huge problem. This is, like I said, the shiny object syndrome is a big fucking problem for darn near everybody.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got to acknowledge that it's there, that you're doing it, and stop it.
Yeah.
Because
it's so easy to do, my whole brand was built off self-deprecating humor and taking the piss out of over-serious hunters and egos. And then, you start making some money, and then it's very hard to remember to be the funny guy when you're worried about how your electric is going to get paid. Or you start overthinking, working, advertising for brands, and oh, I have done all these videos for brands and I haven't put out a stupid ass hunting joke in a while. I need to get back to that. So it's easy for that to creep in and start thinking of other stuff or looking what other people are doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like I said, you can't forget where you came from and who your constituents are and your consumer. Right. I think it's a bad trap. I don't think I haven't fallen into that trap yet. I shouldn't say it that way. I'm not going to fall in that trap because it's constantly on our minds of who we serve. Because at the end of the day, your customers control what's happening with your brand, what's happening with your company. So many huge multi-billion-dollar companies fail over time because they forget culture and they forget where they came from and they take it all for granted. Right. We're scaling, we're growing, we're becoming larger and larger and larger. I don't want the customer experience to change or worsen. I want it to stay the same and increase.
Right.
And as long as we're keeping the customer at focus at all times and losing money for customers,
Ooh,
still continue
that's
to do
a
so.
bar.
Like, yes, we're here to make a profit. Like, that's the goal.
Right.
I'm not here to fucking lose.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you're gonna lose profits. You're gonna lose customers. You're gonna lose a profit for customers. While the goal is to make money, but the goal overall is to serve.
Yes.
So don't fucking forget it.
Yeah. That's great.
Like, fucking, like, I don't understand like how many people, like, why they take it for granted, or why they settle, or why they just chill out. Like, I just don't get it. Like, so many companies and so many people plan, like 98. I don't know if this statistic is actually true. I saw it on an Instagram reel. So,
Definitely true. Austin, double check that.
facts. But allegedly, like 90, I'm going to say 90+% of businesses, I think it was like 98.5, something like that, businesses plan to fail. Meaning they look at their projections. Like, so like we look at our projections for next month. We look at our past. We look at, okay, what's happened in the first quarter of the year. First quarter of the year is pretty tough. We're scraping and we're scrounging, and it's a rough go. To stay profitable and stay afloat. And now that we're larger, it's even more risky because there's just so much more overhead.
Gotcha.
But so many companies plan to fail in the aspect of they're planning on restricting. They're planning on losing. Instead of thinking outside the fucking box, right? So get yourself out of the fucking box, quit settling, quit planning to fucking fail, and just go and look at different avenues. Just get on the storyboard, get on the fucking whiteboard, and like, okay, here's our problems. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's space, here's where we're at right now. Figure out ways fucking around it.
Yeah, that's great. I think there's a weird comfort in failure because everybody's failed.
Well, like gambling. Everybody fucking gambles. I don't, but like
I don't gamble. I play poker with
I
bad
gamble with
poker
business, but,
players.
like, I don't like, go to, gamble like casinos or like online. So I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
But like psychologically, it's been proven like you are addicted to the failure of gambling. You're addicted to it. You're not addicted to winning. You're addicted to the failure portion. As soon as you win on your fucking Keno or whatever the fuck it is,
You don't quit.
you don't quit.
You burn it all.
You burn it all.
Yeah.
Everybody does it, and you need to fucking stop it.
It's not everybody has succeeded.
That's why I can't buy your fucking battery.
Yeah, get them, Tim.
Fucking idiots.
You got to stop getting mad. I got to call my dad after this. But there's like a weird comfort in failing. It's like, well, because everyone knows what that is.
I think you're psychologically proving your subconscious that you've wired in that you're a failure, you're a piece of shit. You're proving yourself right, and there's a weird psychological comfort in that.
Yeah.
And you need to fucking stop it.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying. Stop getting mad at me. Yeah. Man, that's great. I think that's a good one to end on.
Okay.
Where can the people find more of you, find more of Invader Concepts? We'll plug it right here.
Yeah, at Invader Concepts, just as it sounds. On the Instagram, my link to my personal page is in the bio. Not posting much on there, but for more personal side, what's going on behind the scenes, like with me personally, at the MT Viking.
It's so fitting.
On the Instagrams. But InvaderConcepts.com if you want to order some shit, get your stuff. Everything's got a lifetime guarantee, and
It's excellent, man. It's the best It's the best holster. The best holster for hunting, for whatever you do. And I've tried damn near everything to great failure. So Invader Concepts, use code. Does Shed Crazy have a code with you? Yeah?
Yes.
Use code Shed Crazy. Bless my homie for what, 10% off? Use code Shed Crazy for 10% off.
Worst plug ever.
Hey, shout out to the homie Shed Crazy, man. Tim, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, and we'll see you in Valhalla.
Yes, sir.